5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My cue music.
I'm Kate Levins. In the wake of the deadly school shooting in Florida, people are debating gun control and mental health issues.
Take 2.
I'm Jamal Williams, and law enforcement agencies are not taking any chances with social media threats in schools in our area.
I'm Chip Chapman. Some cloud cover, some fog, and a little bit of very light rainfall here for us, but record-breaking temperatures today and tomorrow, and possibly into Friday. Welcome to Wednesday. It is the 21st of February. Welcome to News 12 Now this morning.
News 12 Now this morning with Kate Levins, Jamal Williams, and Chip Chapman. Your news starts now.
1. My cue.
Good morning and welcome to News 12 Now. This morning, we're so glad you're waking up with us. We have a lot going on this hour, a lot of news to bring you. Also, we have a special guest.
We certainly do. They don't get any more special than Bill Hollander. Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Hey, Bill.
Bill's going to be joining us talking about property taxes. And the tax office is going to be open this Saturday. We're going to explain why. We're also going to tell you about how you can get some pretty incredible properties for literally pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar.
I mean, literally.
Pretty interesting.
Pennies on the dollar.
We also want to encourage you to watch our Underground Chattanooga piece. It's going to air tonight, the second part of the series, tonight at 7 o'clock.
Got all that and a whole lot more. And Randy's standing by with a traffic update after a quick look at our forecast. And today, going to set a new record high.
Traffic animation track B full sound.
Today's high temperature, record high rather, 74. We set that back 96 years ago. Today, I think we'll do substantially better than that. Our bus stop forecast, saluting the Eagles of Signal Mountain Middle and High School. Going to be a cloudy day up on the mountain, and you'll see the temperatures heading home into the mid-70s, a little bit warmer for us here downtown. Not a great deal of area-wide fog, but where you do see it, it's going to be very patchy and very dense. We are at 68 here downtown. You have to consider 56 is our typical daytime high for this time in February. We're warming up thanks in part to these southerly winds, and later on today, 77 to 78 for the afternoon high. Going to get even warmer tomorrow and Friday. I'll tell you more about that 7-day forecast after the morning's top stories. And this update from Randy Price.
Your Time Saver Traffic Report is brought to you in part by Infinity. Empower the drive. Visit your local Infinity retailer for a test drive today.
Hey, Mike, you. Good morning.
Hey, good looking morning on the streets so far. I don't see any problems on 75 at the 24 split.
Ready up. Going to 2 dot full next.
Still kind of skewed to a strange shot. I don't know what that's all about. Speed limit right in on the 24 from the 75.
2 dot full. Back to Randy next.
27 moving very well into downtown. On Amicola 153, it's kind of lonely. Green Trips makes it easy to find a carpool, share the ride, and earn rewards.
Randy.
Check out greentrips.org for more information. From the Chattanooga Traffic Network, I'm Randy Price. Now let's go back to the studio. Here's Jamal and Kay.
Thanks, Randy. Well, the city of Chattanooga faces yet another fatal shooting just days after another person was shot and killed.
Police got on the scene after reports of a person shot around 5:25 Tuesday afternoon on Carousel Road. One man was killed and another person had to be taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A man that lives by says the shooter ran through his backyard.
The investigation is still in its preliminary stages. We don't know how or why or what happened yet, but we are learning that as we are out here.
3-1 shot next. CG is clear.
Police are still investigating the incident.
A Hamilton County judge sends the case of a man accused in the fatal shooting outside of Coyote Jack's to the grand jury. Tuesday morning, Rodarius Martin had his preliminary hearing. Different people testified, including a witness and a homicide detective. Martin is accused of a shooting outside of Coyote Jack's in December that killed Sharon Porter and injured his brother, Tory Porter. Witnesses say they saw Martin fire a gun into the air and then shoot Tory in the knee. Martin's attorney says that that doesn't mean that he killed Sharon. The gun used in the shooting has not been found yet.
Take 2.
Law enforcement agencies are not taking any chances with various social media threats to schools. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, East Ridge Police, and Chattanooga Police are all aware of threats circulating on social media. A local girl has been identified as the creator of a meme, and charges have been filed in juvenile court because of her actions caused community alarm. A male student at an unnamed area school has also been arrested, and a 17-year-old Ringgold High School student has been arrested for posting a threat on social media. Sheriff Gary says they
3 OTS
determined that
K's
Alexandria
Mike
Justine Green made it appear she was being threatened. Green is being charged with filing a false report.
Take 3.
In the wake of the deadly school shooting in Florida, people are debating gun control and mental health issues. The Justice Department says it is moving quickly with its review of bump stock devices. That's after President Donald Trump announced he wants regulations to ban them. The devices allow semi-automatic rifles to fire faster. They were used in last year's Las Vegas massacre. Law enforcement officers in our area also say there is another issue that needs to be addressed. They say there is a lack of mental health services across our nation.
See, he's rolling.
My jail right now is full of people with mental illness.
They ended up in our local jails.
Mental health hospitals closed in the 1980s and only into the 90s and even into the 2000s. All the doors were open to our mental health hospitals across the state. And where did these people end up? They ended up in our local jails.
First of all, the critical need of what are we going to do with our mental health? We have far too many mental health inmates locked up in our facilities.
CG is clear.
Walker County Sheriff Steve Wilson believes most of the mass shooting incidents can be traced back to emotional or mental health issues. Students who survived the shooting in Parkland, Florida plan to have a rally Wednesday in Tallahassee, the state capital of Florida. During this trip, students will continue to pressure lawmakers to act on gun control laws. Yesterday, the students boarded buses to take their flight for gun reform, but as they were sitting on the bus, Florida lawmakers voted down an attempt to revive a bill that would ban assault rifles. Today marks the 1 week since the shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School, where authorities said a former student killed 17 students.
A 70-year-old Dade County woman got seriously hurt Tuesday afternoon. That's when she was struck by a school bus as she walked across a busy street. The accident happened at the intersection of Highway 11 and State Road 136 in downtown Trenton. Investigators say there were no children on the bus and the driver was not hurt. The victim had to be rushed to Erlanger.
Hold there. Ready
Time now for a check of your forecast.
Let's toss things over to Chip.
And we're going to begin from the Hulko weather window. It's a beautiful shot of the Grand Tetons. You see off in the distance. This photograph sent in by Larry Hickson. Larry, great shot. If there's something you would like to see in the Hulko weather window, you shoot it, you send it. We will take care of the rest. Patrick, as always, has the updated Hulko weather window each weeknight on Prime News at 7. A little bit of precipitation popping up mainly to the west of the city. I think what we're going to see is just a few sprinkles here and there early this morning. On the big travel map, Chattanooga remains the second warmest out of all of the major cities. Denver now below zero by 4 degrees. Meanwhile, we're looking at record-setting warmth here in the Tennessee Valley. 66 in Colmont, 65 in Decatur. Murphy, you've got 64. And we've all got southerly winds, so this is helping to add to the warmth that we've got. Right now, downtown from the CHI Memorial Camera, 68 degrees with 84% the humidity. High pressure right over Jacksonville, acting as a block. It's keeping this frontal boundary from getting any closer to us. And the counterclockwise winds are all along these areas of low pressure, picking up the moisture and dumping a good part of it on the backside of the front into this really cold air. This is resulting in some winter-like weather for parts of Texas and Oklahoma on up to just south of Missouri. Now for us, we're going to be looking at about 77 this afternoon. 74 is the all-time record. We set that at 1922. Early morning tomorrow, very similar temperatures to what we're looking at now, with mid and possibly upper 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, I think we're going to be looking at another record-setting day. We're looking for 77 here downtown. 77 is also the record high for tomorrow's date as well. And with any degree of sunshine, we'll bump that up by a couple of degrees. As far as rainfall accumulations are concerned, not a great deal here over the next 48 hours. But we get into the weekend and all of that will start to change. A couple of showers here and there on Friday, but the really rainy period will come Saturday afternoon through Saturday night and for the first part of the day on Sunday. We're going to be looking at some cooler air working its way in, and temperatures will be dropping a good 10 to 15 degrees, but that's still going to leave us above where we typically are supposed to be. And more rain popping up for the middle and latter parts of next week. Downtown this afternoon, 78. We'll talk more about that 7-day forecast after this.
3, 2, 1. Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My cue.
From the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Center, rainfall potential minimum, or at a minimum rather, today and tomorrow both. I don't see any rain in the forecast on Friday, but by mid to late morning on Saturday and throughout a good part of Sunday, here comes the rain and a bit of a cool down. Should be dry on Monday with 62. We've got 68 degrees right now. It is 10 minutes after 6.
That's good.
Going to Kodak
Coming up, we have birthday announcements. I think you guys should sing happy birthday every morning. What do you think?
Why we have the ones to sing it?
That's copyrighted.
So why don't you sing it right now? How about that? We'll sing it next block if you sing it right now. No. I want Kay to sing it right
inspiration.
Oh, is it not
that box,
good?
didn't I? I did. All right.
Open that door and we walk through it. Someone's going to get a birthday cake from Cuck's Bakery coming up here in just a minute.
Plus, we have Bill Hollander here. He's going to talk about property taxes. Don't go anywhere. We hope you're having a great Wednesday morning.
Right now, a quick look at the Ayer Optical Superstore camera out on Brainerd Road. And you're watching News 12 Now this morning.
3, 2, 1.